Government planning to use concrete to rehabilitate roads. Arrest warrant issued for Netanyahu. Fitz Bailey will today begin as acting commissioner of police in the Turks and Caicos Islands. This is Undiluted News. Mikey Bones reporting. The International Criminal Court on Thursday issued arrest warrants for Israel Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu and his former defense minister, as well as Hamas military chief Mohammed Deif, for war crimes. Israel said in early August it had killed Deif in an airstrike in southern Gaza in July, but Hamas has not confirmed his death. The unprecedented move drew a furious reaction from Netanyahu, who said in a statement, Israel rejects with disgust the absurd and false actions and accusations made against it. All this means really is that Netanyahu will be arrested only if he travels to any of the court's 124 national members. The United States said on Wednesday that a Kenyan-led police team attempted to bring peace to gang-rife Haiti should be converted into a United Nations peacekeeping force, a proposal that Russia and China oppose. Dorothy Shea, the Deputy U.S. Ambassador to the United Nations, stated that moving to a permanent UN mission will bring additional funding, troops, and logistic assistance because the existing force is understaffed and under-equipped to combat Haiti's strong, well-armed gangs. A year ago, the United Nations approved the creation of the multinational force headed for Haiti, headed by Kenya, and it started deploying in June and now has 400 officers out of a planned total of 2,500. Haiti currently have no president or parliament and is ruled by a weak transitional body which is struggling to manage extreme violence linked to criminal gangs, poverty, and other challenges. The gangs regularly carry out kidnappings, rape, robberies, and other crimes, and the UN said on Wednesday they had extended their control to about 85% of the capital city, Port-au-Prince. Back in Jamaica, the Jamaica Constabulary Force is not happy with the Ministry of Finance at all, and this is because money owed to them from the fiscal bargaining year 2022 to 2025 has still not yet been paid to them. Chairman of Jamaica Police Federation, Sergeant Arlene McBean, said when the offer was accepted, the request was made for the one-off payment to be made by October 31st of this year, but there was no information forthcoming. Sergeant McBean said she wrote to the current Finance Minister, Favour Williams, to have the matter settled. She said she has responded and indicated that they will get the communications from one of her representatives of the new date to meet, but so far nothing concrete. Well, all the ministers have already been paid for their millions, including the Prime Minister, so this is saying that they don't really care anything about the people, the police, or anyone for that matter. Amid growing calls for drastic improvement in the country's road network, Prime Minister Andrew Holness said that the government is considering using concrete to resurface and rehabilitate roads across the island. Speaking yesterday at the handing over of a section of Bay Farm Road in his West Central St. Andrew constituency under the pilot project, Mr. Holness said that the government is hoping the use of concrete will become a common feature in road rehabilitation. Mr. Holness added that the use of concrete will help solve out long-standing issue of damage to community and parochial roads, especially during the rainy season. And this next story is a joke and could only happen in Jamaica. A police officer who was accused of soliciting $30,000 from a motorist to avoid prosecution was freed when he appeared in the St. Catherine Parish Court yesterday. Constable Dwayne Matthews, who was represented by attorney John Jacobs, was freed moments after his trial began. The clerk of court, after calling the first witness, offered no further evidence, and it was alleged that in July of 2020, the complaint was parked at a gas station in St. Catherine when Constable Matthews requested his documents. The cop informed the complainant that his motor vehicle registration had expired, and he was subsequently issued a ticket. But the complainant said that the cop requested $30,000 from him to avoid ticketing. He said he asked one of his friends to give Constable Matthews the money, but his friend, in his statement to the police, denied ever giving the cop any money. He said the complainant borrowed $30,000 from him to purchase parts for a chainsaw, and he did not give the police any money. Retired Deputy Commissioner of the Jamaica Constabulary Force, Fitz Bailey, will today begin as Acting Commissioner of Police in the Turks and Caicos Islands. Mr. Bailey's appointment follows the resignation of Police Commissioner Edwin Martin. The Governor's office said Mr. Bailey will act as police chief on an interim basis while the recruitment process takes place to identify a new commissioner. Mr. Bailey retired from the JCF in September after a 40-year career during which he led a number of critical police formations, including the Criminal Investigations Branch. A month after his retirement, he accepted an offer from authorities in the TCI to serve as Deputy Commissioner of Police for an initial 3-month period. The Hanover police have arrested and charged two brothers with wounding with intent in relation to an incident in Burnt Ground, Hanover on Saturday, November 16. They are 20-year-old Tyrell and 22-year-old Brandon Honnigan, both Masons from the Ramble section of the parish. Reports from the Lucy police are that about 9 a.m., Tyrell was on his way to a shop when he was confronted by a man who brandished a machete and chased after him. He managed to make his escape and went and called his brother Brandon. Both brothers reportedly returned armed with machetes which they used to inflict wounds to the man's head and upper body. The wounded man was assisted to a hospital where he is currently being treated. A report was then made to the police and the brothers were subsequently apprehended for the offense and charged on November 19. Onto sports. St. Andrew Tech and Wolmer's joined early qualifiers Mona High and Excelsior High in the semifinal of the Walker Cup. Both games ended similar as St. Andrew Tech edged Campion 2-1 while Wolmer's edged Tivoli Comprehensive 2-1 as well. On Wednesday, in the second game of a doubleheader, dethroned Manning Cup champions Mona had a comfortable 3-0 win over San Diego, while in the opening game Excelsior needed penalties to get by Eltham High, and after a goalless 90 minutes, Excelsior advanced 7-6 on penalties. Quarterfinals will see Excelsior versus Wolmer's, while Mona will clash with St. Andrew Tech. While in the Ben Francis knockout, Clarendon College roared back with a big 4-3 victory over Central High. Denby had a 3-1 win over Monroe College, while Frome Tech edged Manchester High 1-0. Stetson Cornwall College game ended up in a 9-8 penalty victory for Stets. So now in the quarterfinals, we're going to have Denby will face Clarendon College, while Stets will face Frome on the 25th of this month. And if you missed the news on this radio, please go to YouTube, type in Jamerican Undiluted, listen, like, share, and subscribe to keep us going. That's news and sports on your favorite radio. My name is Mikey Bones. I gone. Have a good weekend.